Hello, we're excited to show you our native speech capabilities. Welcome back to the English journey. Today, we are helping you unlock your career with the power of English. I'm Anna.
And I'm Abel. We know that interviews are stressful, especially in a second language, but today we're going to give you the confidence to ace your next one.
That's right, Abel. And today's episode is a big one. We are going to walk you through the entire job interview process, step by step, from the moment you walk into the building to the moment you say goodbye.
And we're going to keep it simple. Short phrases, clear sentences, things you can actually remember when you're nervous and sitting in that interview chair.
Exactly. So, listeners, grab a notebook if you can. Write down the phrases you like. And when we ask you to practice, please say the phrases out loud. Speaking is the best way to learn.
Okay, Anna, I'm ready. Today, I'm going to be the job applicant. I'm the one going to the interview. And Anna, you're going to be my interview coach. You're going to teach me what to say.
That's the plan. So, Abel, let's imagine something. You have an interview today at 10 o'clock in the morning. You arrive at the office building, you walk inside, you see a receptionist sitting at a desk. What do you do?
I just walk up and say, hey, I'm here for a job thing?
Okay, I love your honesty, but let's make that a little more professional. When you arrive at any office for an interview, the first person you speak to is usually the receptionist. This is your first impression. You want to be polite, clear, and calm. Here is a great phrase you can use. Listen carefully. Good morning. My name is Abel Torres. I'm here for an interview at 10 a.m.
Good morning. My name is Abel Torres. I'm here for an interview at 10 a.m.
Perfect. Did you hear how clear and calm that was? Let's break it down. First, you greet them. Good morning. Then you give your full name. My name is Abel Torres. Then you explain why you are there. I'm here for an interview at 10 a.m. Simple, professional, done.
I like that. It's not complicated.
Not at all. Now, listeners, it's your turn. Imagine you are arriving for an interview. Say this phrase out loud now. Use your own name. Ready? Great job. Now, Abel, after you tell the receptionist why you are there, they will probably say something like, please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Shortly. That means soon, right?
Exactly. Shortly means in a short time or soon. So you sit down, you wait, and then the interviewer comes to meet you. Now, this is a very important moment. The interviewer will probably greet you with a handshake and some small talk. Small talk is light, easy conversation. It's not about the job yet. It's just about being friendly.
Okay, so what kind of small talk?
A very common question is this. The interviewer might say, did you find the office okay? Or did you have any trouble getting here? They are asking about your trip to the office, your journey.
So what do I say?
You keep it positive and short. Here is a great answer. Yes, I did, thank you. The directions were very helpful.
Yes, I did, thank you. The directions were very helpful.
Wonderful. Or you can say, yes, it was easy to find. Thank you for asking. The key here is to be positive. Even if you got lost, even if the traffic was terrible, keep it light. This is not the time to complain.
So even if I walked around the block 3 times, I just smile and say, it was easy to find.
Exactly. Save the adventure story for later. Now, let's practice. Listeners, imagine the interviewer asks you, did you find the office okay? Say your answer out loud now. Excellent. Now, there's one more piece of small talk I want to prepare you for. The interviewer might say, can I get you something to drink? Water? Coffee? This is very normal in many countries.
What should I say?
You can accept or politely decline. If you want water, say, yes, a glass of water would be great, thank you. If you don't want anything, say, no thank you, I'm fine. Both are perfectly polite.
Yes, a glass of water would be great, thank you.
See? Simple and polite. Okay, Abel, so now the small talk is finished. You're sitting down, you have your water, and the real interview is about to begin.
Okay, this is where I start to get nervous.
And that is completely normal. Everyone gets nervous. But here is the good news. Most interviews use the same basic questions. If you prepare your answers, you will feel so much more confident. So let's talk about the big questions, the ones that come up in almost every interview.
Let's do it.
The first big question, and probably the most common interview question in the world, is this: tell me about yourself. Abel, when you hear this question, what do you think?
I think, where do I even start? My whole life? My childhood? My hobbies? It feels like such a big question.
It does feel big, but here's the secret. They don't want your life story. They want a short, professional summary. I teach my students a simple formula. I call it present, past, future. First, you talk about your present situation. What are you doing now? Then you talk about your past. What experience do you have? And finally, you talk about your future. Why are you here today? What do you want?
Okay, let me try. Thank you for asking. I'm currently working as a customer service representative at a small company. Before that, I studied business administration at university, and I completed an internship in marketing. I'm looking for a new opportunity where I can grow my skills and take on more responsibility. That's why I'm very excited about this position.
Abel, that was excellent. Did you all hear that, listeners? Let me highlight what he did. He started with the present. I'm currently working as a customer service representative. He moved to the past. I studied business administration and completed an internship in marketing. And he finished with the future. I'm looking for a new opportunity to grow my skills. It was clear, it was organized, and it was under 1 minute. That is exactly what interviewers want.
And I didn't talk about my cat or my favorite football team.
No, you did not. Keep it professional. Listeners, now it's your turn. Think about your own answer. Use the present, past, future formula. What is your present situation? What is your past experience? And what do you want for your future? Take a moment to say your answer out loud now. Don't worry if it wasn't perfect. The more you practice, the better it gets. Now let's move to the third big question. What are your strengths? Abel, what do you think about this one?
I always feel weird talking about myself. Like, I don't want to sound arrogant.
That is a very common feeling. Many of my students say the same thing. But remember, the interviewer is asking you this question because they want to know what you are good at. They want to know how you can help the company. So it is okay to be confident. Here is my advice. Choose 1 or 2 strengths and give a short example for each one. Don't just say, I'm a hard worker. Show them with a small story.
Okay, let me try. I would say my biggest strength is communication. In my current job, I speak with customers every day, and I've learned how to listen carefully and solve problems calmly. I'm also very organized. I use a planner to manage my tasks, and I always meet my deadlines.
That is a wonderful answer. Listeners, notice what Abel did. He named a strength, communication, and then he gave evidence. I speak with customers every day and I solve problems calmly. Then he named a second strength, organized, and gave evidence again. I use a planner and I meet my deadlines. This is called the strength plus proof method. Name the strength, then prove it.
Strength plus proof. I like that.
Here are some other strengths that work well in interviews, listeners. You can say, I'm a good team player, I'm reliable, I learn quickly, or I pay attention to detail. Just remember to always add your proof, your short example. Listeners, think about your own strengths now. Choose 1 strength and 1 example. Say it out loud. Beautiful. Now, the third big question. And this one is very important. Why do you want to work here? Abel, why is this question so important?
Because they want to know if I actually care about the company or if I'm just applying everywhere.
Exactly. This question tests whether you did your research. Before any interview, you should learn something about the company. Visit their website, read their About Us page. Look at what they do, what they value, and what makes them special. Then connect that to your own goals.
Let me try and answer. I've been following your company for some time now, and I'm really impressed with your work in sustainable technology. I read on your website that you are expanding your customer support team, and I believe my experience in customer service would be a great fit. I want to work somewhere that values innovation, and I can see that your company really does.
Fantastic, Abel. That answer shows three things. First, you know something about the company. I'm impressed with your work in sustainable technology. Second, you connect your skills to their needs. My experience in customer service would be a great fit. And third, you share your values. I want to work somewhere that values innovation. Listeners, this is so much better than saying, because I need a job. Even if that is true, show them you care about this specific company.
Right, they want to feel special.
They do. Now, listeners, think about a company you would like to work for. Why do you like that company? What do they do that you admire? Practice saying your answer now. You're doing amazing work. Okay, Abel, now let's talk about something very real, something that happens to everyone, not just English learners. What happens when you don't understand a question?
Oh, that's my biggest fear. The interviewer asks something and I just freeze. My mind goes blank. I don't know what to say.
This happens to native speakers too, believe me. And here is the most important thing I can tell you today. It is absolutely okay to ask for help. It is not a weakness. In fact, it shows good communication skills. Let me give you some phrases you can use. The first one is, could you rephrase that, please?
Could you rephrase that, please?
This is a very polite way to say, can you say that in different words? The interviewer will happily say the question again in a simpler way. Another phrase is, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Sometimes you just need to hear it one more time. That's perfectly fine. And one more phrase. That's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment.
That's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment.
This one is wonderful because it does two things. It compliments the interviewer and it gives you time to think. Listeners, let's practice all three. Repeat after me. Could you rephrase that, please? I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? That's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment. Now, Abel, let's also talk about filler words. These are small words or sounds that we use when we need a moment to think. In casual English, people say and a lot, but in an interview, we want to use more professional fillers.
Like what?
Instead of you can say well or so or that's an interesting question. These sound much more polished. Listen to the difference. I think, my strength is, now compare that to, well, I would say that my biggest strength is, do you hear the difference?
Oh, definitely. The second one sounds much more confident, even though you were still thinking.
Exactly. The secret is that everyone needs time to think. The difference is how you fill that time. Listeners, next time you need a moment, try saying, well, and then continue your answer. It sounds natural and professional.
Okay, Anna, this is all really helpful, but what about the end of the interview? Because I never know what to do at the end.
Great point. Most interviews end the same way. The interviewer will say something like, do you have any questions for us? Or, is there anything you'd like to ask? And Abel, here is a very important rule. Always, always, always say yes.
Really? Always?
Always. Asking questions shows that you are interested in the job. It shows that you were listening. It shows that you are serious. If you say, no, I don't have any questions, it can make you seem uninterested. So prepare 2 or 3 questions before the interview.
What kind of questions should I ask?
Here are some excellent ones. The first one is, what does a typical day look like in this role?
What does a typical day look like in this role?
This is a wonderful question because it shows you are already imagining yourself in the job. Another good question is, what are the most important qualities for someone in this position?
What are the most important qualities for someone in this position?
This shows that you want to be the best person for the job. And one more, is there an opportunity for growth or training within the company?
Is there an opportunity for growth or training within the company?
This shows you are thinking about the long term. You don't just want a job for today, you want to grow with the company. Employers love hearing this. Listeners, choose one of these questions and practice saying it now. Wonderful. Now, after you ask your questions and the interviewer answers them, it's time to close the interview. This is your final impression, so make it count. Abel, let me teach you a perfect closing statement.
I'm ready.
After everything is finished, you should stand up, smile, and say something like this. Thank you so much for your time today. I really enjoyed learning more about the position and the company. I'm very interested in this opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much for your time today. I really enjoyed learning more about the position and the company. I'm very interested in this opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you.
That was perfect. Let me explain why this works so well. Thank you so much for your time shows gratitude and respect. I really enjoyed learning shows genuine interest. I'm very interested in this opportunity clearly states that you want the job. And I look forward to hearing from you is a professional way to end the conversation. It's confident but not pushy.
And then I shake their hand?
Yes, a firm, confident handshake. Look them in the eye, smile, and walk out calmly. Don't rush. Don't look at your phone immediately. Stay professional until you are completely out of the building.
Got it. Professional until I'm in the parking lot. Then I can call my mom and scream, "I think it went well."
Exactly. Now, listeners, let's practice that closing statement together. Say it out loud with feeling. Ready? Now, there is one more thing I want to mention. After the interview, it is a very good idea to send a follow-up email. This is a short, polite email that you send on the same day or the next morning. It should say something like, "Dear Mr. Johnson, thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I enjoyed our conversation about the customer service role, and I'm very enthusiastic about the opportunity to join your team. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you need any further information. Best regards, Abel Torres."
Wow, that's really nice. And it doesn't have to be long.
No, it should not be long. 3 or 4 sentences is perfect. The purpose is simple. You want to remind them of who you are, thank them again, and show that you are still interested. Many applicants do not send follow-up emails, so doing this makes you stand out.
I love that. One small email can make a big difference.
It really can. Okay, Abel, let's do a quick review. Listeners, let's go through everything we learned today. Abel, take us through the journey.
All right. First, when you arrive, greet the receptionist professionally. Say, "Good morning, my name is, I'm here for an interview at." Then, during small talk, keep your answers positive and short. If they ask about your journey, say, "Yes, it was easy to find, thank you."
What about the big questions?
For "tell me about yourself," use the present, past, future formula. Talk about what you do now, what you've done before, and what you want next. For "what are your strengths," use strength plus proof. Name a strength and give a real example. And for "why do you want to work here," show that you research the company and connect your skills to their needs.
And if you get stuck?
Don't panic. Say, "Could you rephrase that, please?" Or, "That's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment." Use professional fillers like "well" instead of
And at the end?
Always ask questions. "What does a typical day look like?" is a great one. Then close with a strong "thank you." Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to hearing from you. And don't forget to send a follow-up email.
Abel, that was a perfect summary. Listeners, you now have a complete toolkit for your next job interview in English. Remember, preparation is everything. Practice these phrases in front of a mirror. Record yourself on your phone. Ask a friend to do a practice interview with you. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
And remember, it's okay to be nervous. Even native English speakers get nervous before interviews. The difference is that now you have the right words, you have the right phrases, and you have the confidence to use them.
We believe in you, listeners. You are learning English, and that already takes incredible courage. Walking into an interview in a second language, that makes you brave. And today, you've become a little more prepared.
If this episode helped you, please subscribe to Mr. English Fluent Tutor and share it with someone who has an interview coming up. You could change their life with one share.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, what is the interview question that scares you the most? We might make a whole episode about it.
That's a great idea. Okay, Anna, any last words for our listeners?
Yes, here is my final tip. At the end of every day, say this to yourself in English. I am prepared, I am capable, and I am ready. Because you are. Good luck with your interviews, everyone. We are cheering for you.
We really are. Thanks for spending these 20 minutes with us. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.